Dear scholars, we have learned the lesson nature created man and woman as equals. Let us see what activities are given in English workshop based on this lesson. Here is the question first A. Find from the lesson words or phrases that mean the following. So here the meanings are given and whose meanings are these, or which words from the lessons do have these meanings, that we have to find. Here is the first one, colors. So for the word colors in lesson there is a word hues, hues, hues. So the same way you have to find the words from the lesson for these given meanings. Second activity, that is B, pick out 5 compound words from the lesson. Compound words means the words which are made up of joining two words. For example, courtyard. The word courtyard is made up of two words. The first is court. The first is court, C-O-U-R-T, court, plus yard. So joining these two words together, we get the new word, that is courtyard. So the same way you have to find 5 words from this given lesson. Question second, answer in your own words. First, read and write down 5 points which prove that Tomba, that is Lanthoi's father, firmly believes in gender equality. So you have to read the lesson again so that you could find the work of Tomba, his thoughts, how he supports his wife, and what work he does. Using all this, you can write the answer of this question. Next, B. In what ways is Ashangbi different from other women of her community? So, how she is different? That is his profession, his work, what work she does. Because of that, she is different than other women of her community. Next, what are the provisions in the Declaration of the United Nations to ensure equality of men and women? So, what aspects United Nations has provided, that you have to write? 4 are given in the lesson. Next, who said to whom and when or why? So here is the first dialogue that we have to think of, whose dialogue it is and whom he said, he or she said, and why. So what is that dialogue? Let us see. Here the just closing is given. The world is full of inequalities. Who says this? That you need to think of. So what is the answer? It is the dialogue of Tomba. To whom he said? Lanthoi. Tomba said to Lanthoi. When or why? So what is the answer? When He is discussing gender equality. At that time, he said this to her, to his daughter Lanthoi. So the same way you have to think of each dialogue and fill up the columns who said to whom and when or why. Fourth activity, we have studied in previous classes that pronouns are words used instead of nouns. So it is the definition. So pronouns have different categories or types. So here is the first type, personal pronouns, and these are the examples of personal pronouns. There are other words also which are used in place of nouns. Which are those or what they mean? So according to them, there are different categories or types of pronouns. So here is the first one, that is personal pronoun, I have told. Next is demonstrative pronoun. So demonstrative pronouns are the words which demonstrate, and which are those? This, that, these, those. All these words point to some noun. Here is the example. This is a kingfisher. So at the subject place, these words are used and they are followed by the verb. So all these are the demonstrative pronouns. Next, relative pronouns. What are the relative pronouns? So, relative pronouns are used to connect two sentences. Here is the example. Biology is a science is the first sentence. Next one, it studies living organism. Now how these two sentences are joined? Let us see. Biology is a science which or that studies living organism. So using the word which or that, the given two sentences can be joined. So relative pronouns functions to connect the given two sentences. So they are WH words and few other words are also there where they functions to connect to join the two sentences. Here are some of the example: who, whose, whom, etc. are the relative pronouns. Next one, some pronouns are used to ask questions. Which are those? What, which, who. These words are used to frame questions, and replacing them we get the answer, and that answer is a noun. So instead that noun, to frame a question, these words are used. So these are called as interrogative pronouns. Now here is the activity. What is it? Underline the pronouns in the following sentences and name their types. First, what do you want to do? Here is the word you, which is pronoun, and what category it has or what is its type. So it is what? Personal pronoun. The same way, find out the pronouns from the remaining three examples and write their types or categories also. Next, fifth activity. Read the following lines. Imagine it is the beginning of an instance you have experienced. Complete the incident using your imagination. Give a positive ending. So, here the beginning of the incident is given. You have to increase, expand it, and also you have to close it or end it positively. So let us read the beginning. I had often noticed that in my neighbor's family, the son was greatly pampered. but the daughter was treated unfairly. I could not bear this. So one day I decided. So, what I decided that you need to write in the given incident. So, what can be written? I decided to convince them, I decided to make them understand the equality of the men and women, what women can do, etc., etc. So how the incident can be taken place, that you need to think of, and you have to write your dialogues and the dialogues of the neighbor's family, some of the members, uh, or other people, including other people, all the things in which you are trying to make the neighbor's family understand the equality between, sorry, the importance of equality, or the importance of women, how they are important as men, and the ending of the incident should be positive. Continue the write up with your own ideas in about 12 to 15 lines. And the last one, it is the project. From your school library or internet, collect quotations or slogans promoting gender equality. Make decorative posters with pictures of outstanding women or sketches or illustrations of your choice. With permission, put up the posters in your school surroundings. So as the schools are closed yet, till now, just make collections and be ready to present your preparation, present your project when the schools reopen. So this is all about the activities given in English workshop of the lesson Nature Created Man and Woman as Equals. I hope you all will understand the given explanation, and accordingly you will easily solve each activity given in the workshop.